that little bell if you're new here. And glad you are here Monday morning. And I have to admit, I'm not awake yet. Not enough coffee. I woke up way too late. Cynthia and I were binging on Star Trek last night. And so we got up kind of late this morning. And in fact, we were watching The Chosen for a while, thinking that season 4 was going to be on and things, but it wasn't. So we ended up watching some Star Trek. But yeah, interesting things that took place over the weekend. So hey, Holly, how you doing? Yeah, interesting things took place over the weekend, and a couple things. One, we had the Tucker Carlson interview with Vladimir Putin, and if you haven't watched that, that is worth watching. Very, very interesting interview. He's getting ready. I hope I saw some spur where he's going to be interviewing Andrew Tate, and I'm a big fan of Andrew Tate. But for those of you who don't know, he's on house arrest over in Romania. And so Andrew Tate's going to be on Tucker Carlson here. But interesting last night. Now, I have to admit, I did not see the Super Bowl, but I've already been reading some articles or some posts and stuff. Were there any suspicious plays or anything like that that took place in the Super Bowl? Because there is a lot of controversy going on out there about Taylor Swift being a psyop. And, and then it's funny, her boyfriend's advertising for Bud Light and then also advertising for getting the jab and things. And so there is a psyop conspiracy going on out there thinking that she is basically some sort of influencer to help the left win the election. And so that's rather interesting. But it almost was like the Super Bowl was a left versus right sort of situation. Now, I have to admit, being from the San Francisco Bay Area, that's where I was born and raised. I had to be a 49er fan. So go 49ers. But they lost by 2 points, 3 points, something like that in overtime. So wish I saw the game. It probably anytime the game goes over in overtime, it's pretty good. But were there any plays or any calls or anything like that caused people to maybe question or anything? Because there were a number of posts out there saying that the game was going to be rigged and that the Kansas City Chiefs was going to win because of Taylor Swift and her boyfriend, blah 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 blah. So it's interesting. Did any of you see that? Because again, I didn't see the game, but a lot of people posting on Facebook and stuff are saying that it's a big conspiracy and things. So, yeah, interesting things. The Tucker Carlson interview was really, really good. I watched the majority of that, and it's interesting how the mainstream media, and I want to say even possibly Fox News, was not even reporting on the Tucker Carlson interview. Now, another interesting fact is that Tucker Carlson's ratings are blowing CNN, NBC, CBS, CNBC, all those, letter news organizations out of the water, including Fox News. So he's really becoming a great voice for the conservative voices out there. And so, but things are interesting things that took place this weekend. So, but I'm wondering, is it just me and my tinfoil hat, or are these things that maybe you guys are seeing out there as well? And so, none of the agencies or anything reported about Tucker Carlson. Putin hasn't done an interview, I think, about 5 years with anybody, and he got one with Tucker Carlson. And so that was rather interesting. And then again, what happened with the Super Bowl? Were there any suspicious plays or suspicious calls or anything that might have given the Chiefs a leg up or a possible win and everything? So, but just some things to think about. But Today, I'm just talking about Monday morning stuff. And yeah, forgot to say, you're watching Coffee with Ray. But overall, doing great. And I've been out of the hospital for a while now. And they got me on a scat pills. And so I'm taking all those and doing all good. And for those who didn't know, I had hyperthyroid, which was mucking with my heart, as well as a kidney stone, and just mucking with me. And but, I had to go to the hospital, take that taken care of, and things. But back home, back at it, and it feels good to be back home. But gosh, man, anything else I can think of? What's going on in you guys' lives? Did you guys see anything over the weekend that gave you pause for cause and everything? But that's everything. Anything you can think of, sweetie? Yeah, Cynthia's saying no. We're out here having morning coffee. We got up way too early. The Taylor Swift poll was scripted like a movie. Interesting. Yeah. Like I said, we didn't see it, and so I was just interesting to see if anything, because like I said, there was a paper done, and I forget which agency did it, but there was a paper done saying that if Taylor Swift would, what kind of influence she would have over the voters if she, basically came out and hey, go for Biden or whatever. But yeah, so there was a lot of conspiratorial talk this weekend about the Super Bowl and things. So, but that's everything I can think of, folks. I'm keeping this one short because I just woke up and didn't know what to talk about. But I did see those two things happening over the weekend, and it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts. Do me a favor and post some comments below. And then do me a favor, like, subscribe, share, ring that little bell, and we'll see you tomorrow. Raymond Moore, Kilter Prepper. Goodbye, God bless, and Kilt on. Oh, come on.